everyone, welcome back to another perfume video. I hope you're doing well. So in today's video we are going to be talking all about my springtime wish list. These are some fragrances which I have on my radar at the moment, and I'm hoping that maybe you guys can help me with decision making. Maybe you could give me some advice on these fragrances if you've had any experience with them. And yeah, in general, I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful with the fragrances I actually end up purchasing, so I'm trying not to buy quite as many as I did last year, because last year it was a lot. So chances are I'm probably not going to be buying all of the fragrances that I mentioned in today's list. These are all just sort of ideas. So there are a few on this list that I really want, and there's some that I'm really not sure about, and that's why I'm hoping that maybe some of you guys can let me know if you think I'd like them, if you think that these are good fragrances, and so on. As ever, get yourself comfortable and grab yourself a drink and a snack. I have my tea today, complete with a lipstick stained mug there. Comment down below your drink of choice and let's get started with today's video. So first up today in my wish list we have Dior's Pure Poison. Now this is a fragrance which for some reason I really was not interested in at all to begin with. I think because I never used to be that interested in primarily floral fragrances. So I wasn't bothered about trying it at first, but I kept hearing everyone talk about it, and now I'm much more into my floral fragrances than I ever was. And I know that there's jasmine in this fragrance, I think there's orange blossom and there's amber and things like that. It sounds like a really nice floral fragrance, and I've heard that it is a beautiful, slightly soapy, very feminine floral scent. Please let me know in the comments if you own this fragrance, if you've tried it, if you think I'd like it. I'm pretty confident that I will like it. I have Poison Girl and I have Hypnotic Poison. I love both of them, and I know that Pure Poison is going to be really different. I know that's going to be a really different fragrance, but I think I will still love it because of the soapy floral nature of it, from what I've heard anyway. I think especially with spring and summer coming up, I think it would be quite a nice one to have in my fragrance collection for every day. I think it would be a good one just to go to work in, or just no matter what it is I'm doing. I think it will be quite a versatile fragrance. If any of you know what the lasting power is like for that perfume, please let me know as well. And yeah, I love the bottle as well. Like, I love the bottle of all of the Poison fragrances. I think they're beautiful. So that one is definitely on my radar. Pure Poison from Dior. Okay, next up today is a fragrance which I really want, and I'm really confident that I will actually be getting it probably fairly soon. And that fragrance is Libre Intense from Yves Saint Laurent. So I was never interested in the original Libre. It didn't sound like my kind of fragrance, and I'm still not that bothered about it. I do actually have a sample of the original. I got it free with an order, so I need to give it a try, but I don't think I'm going to be that wowed by it. I just have a feeling I'm not going to be interested in that one. And the Libre Intense, I got a sample of that one last year actually, I think, and I've done a review on it. And I wasn't that blown away by it at the time, but I've given it another try quite recently and I actually really like it. Something about it I just love. I love the richness of it. It's very, very feminine, very alluring. It's quite heavy on the lavender and also some vanilla, but it's kind of, and it's similar to Mon Guerlain, but I think it's taken in more of a, it's going in more of a femme fatale direction, I think, whereas Mon Guerlain is much more reserved. Libre Intense sort of brings it up a notch and takes it to more of a kind of seductive evening, womanly vibe, I think, and that's something I really like about it. And it's quite nice that the 30ml, 50ml and 90ml bottles all look pretty much the same. The 30ml bottle actually looks very, very nice. I'm just so tempted by that one. The colour of the juice as well is gorgeous, and of course the fragrance itself is amazing. So it's a fragrance that I've recently been very, very interested in. I also saw Heidi from The Sensational Lifestyle by Heidi. I saw her review it in one of her videos. I think it was in her lavender perfumes video, and the way she described it was just incredible, and it sort of again reminded me of how nice the scent is. So I'm really very tempted by that fragrance. It's definitely, I think it's probably up there at the top of my wish list at the moment. The only thing is, of course, like, those fragrances are kind of expensive, like they're at the higher end. So I think I might be holding off slightly, but I think the next fragrance I purchase will most likely be Libre Intense. And next up today we have C Intense. So this is the latest addition to the C, the Giorgio Armani C line. I used to own the original actually, that used to be my signature scent back in the day when I didn't have like a perfume collection. I just had maybe 1 or 2 fragrances. It was my signature scent throughout some of the time I was at uni, I think in 2nd year. Anyway, so the original one used to be my signature scent, and I'm really tempted by the Intense. I think it sounds like a gorgeous fragrance. The only thing that's slightly putting me off that one is I'm worried that it'll be too similar to the original, because I don't really want the same sort of fragrance again, because it'll just remind me of when that one was my signature scent, and I'm not bothered about having that fragrance again. So you could let me know in the comments if the C Intense smells really similar to the original, or if it's like a completely different fragrance. Maybe you could let me know, because if it's really different and it's just as nice as it sounds, then I think I would be really very tempted to give that one a try. Also in the same C line, I'm also very tempted by C Passione Intense. So I have a dupe for the original C Passione, and it's very nice. I don't feel the need to buy the original one because I've heard the performance isn't like up to scratch. However, I've heard that the Intense version of that fragrance is really very nice. The only thing I'm slightly worried about with that perfume is the sweetness. So if you know what the level of sweetness is, maybe you could let me know which other fragrance that would be comparable to, because I don't want it to be too sweet. If it's too syrupy and thick and sweet, it'll probably give me a headache and it'll make me feel a little bit nauseous. So maybe let me know if you think that fragrance would be too sweet for me. My upper limit for sweetness is definitely C Fiori. I can't go any sweeter than that. C Fiori is really the sweetest fragrance I think I could handle, although having said that, I love Fiction Roth bonbons, so there's that. I'm really tempted by that one as well. I think it sounds beautiful. I think the notes just sound so nice. It has like the blackcurrant syrup, rose, vanilla, and something else. It just sounds like such a beautiful note profile, and I've heard that that one does actually perform better than the original C Passione. So there's C Intense and C Passione Intense, which are on my wish list at the moment. They're on my radar. Let me know which one you think I should go for. I am slightly more tempted by the new release because it'll be more interesting to like discover the newest addition to the line. However, I'm equally open to both fragrances as long as they're really, really nice. So yeah, those ones are on my radar as well. Next up on my springtime wish list is Gabrielle Essence from Chanel. Now, you guys, my quest for a Chanel fragrance continues. I still haven't managed to find any Chanel fragrances which I resonate with. I've still to try Chanson Tendre, to be fair, but I'm not blind buying that fragrance. The only way I could try it at the moment is if I actually blind bought it, and I'm not willing to do that at that price point. However, Gabrielle Essence from Chanel is another one that I'm adding to my list of ones that I'm going to try. So I need to try Chanson Tendre because it was in my previous wishlist video, and now I'm also going to be trying the Gabrielle Essence fragrance. I heard Annie S here on YouTube, I heard her mention it in a video. I think it might have been in her most worn perfumes video if I'm remembering correct, and the way she described it was beautiful. I think she even mentioned that she much prefers the Gabrielle Essence to the original Gabrielle, which I think is really interesting because I've heard quite scathing reviews of the original Gabrielle. However, I have heard overall more positive reviews relating to the Gabrielle Essence version. So again, any advice would be much appreciated if you think I'd like this fragrance. I know it's probably not going to be like sweet or anything like that. And I normally do quite enjoy my fairly sweet fragrances, but I'm also really enjoying soapy florals as well, so I think there's a chance that I might enjoy that one because I think it's sort of a predominantly floral scent really, isn't it? But that's another one that I have on my radar and I'm really excited to give it a try. Next up today on my wish list we have Saffinade from Parfums de Marly. So this fragrance sounds like an absolutely gorgeous, rich, floral kind of sweet scent, and I know that there's a very prominent orange blossom note in that scent from what I can remember from previous reviews. I really like the sound of it. The only thing I'm slightly concerned about this fragrance is if the orange blossom itself is too strong. Maybe you could let me know, because I actually had to declutter a fragrance because the orange blossom was too piercing, so I decluttered La Vie est Belle L'Eclat, just because the orange blossom in that fragrance is a stunning fragrance, don't get me wrong, but the orange blossom was just too strong. It was just unstoppable, the orange blossom in that fragrance. So I was a little bit kind of apprehensive about the Saffinade because I know that there is a orange blossom note in there. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the scent profile is very much centered around that orange blossom. But it does sound like a very beautiful fragrance, and of course the bottle is stunning. I'm sure the quality would also be great. So that is another one on my radar. It's definitely not going to be a purchase anytime soon because I need to wait. At the moment I just have my 2 fragrances from Parfums de Marly. I have Delina Exclusif and I have my Athalia, so it would be nice to perhaps add another addition to my little Parfums de Marly collection. Next up today is Armani Code. Now this is a stunning fragrance. I tried it a while ago and it was really, really nice. The only reason I didn't purchase it at that point is because I found it a little bit too cloying and a bit too heavy, but I think I do think I actually want it because it was a beautiful, like, thick, powdery, sweet kind of orange blossom fragrance from what I can remember, and it was really gorgeous. That fragrance is quite a rich, intoxicating scent, and I remember, like, from the tester that I tried a while ago, I remember the longevity being pretty decent and the projection and everything like that. I just remember it being a fantastic fragrance, so that is one I'm definitely considering at the moment. So that is Armani Code. Next up today on my wee wish list, which is actually becoming quite a long wish list, we have Hypnotic Poison Eau de Parfum. So this is a fragrance that I really have been on the fence about for a long time, particularly at the moment just because we're going into spring and summer. I feel like it's maybe not the best time to purchase it because to me that would be very much a colder weather winter fragrance. However, it is still a fragrance that I'm really interested in. I really very much enjoy the original Hypnotic Poison, the Eau de Toilette. However, it's quite a weak fragrance overall, I would say. It doesn't have that depth of scent, it doesn't have that richness that I believe the Eau de Parfum would have. The dark gothic nature of Hypnotic Poison Eau de Parfum, it kind of has really drawn me in. I'm really interested in it. I have heard that the performance is also very good. I've heard that it is a beautiful fragrance and it's one that I'm really very interested in. However, I think it might be a fragrance that I just wait a little bit and hang off until maybe autumn time and purchase it then, or perhaps towards the tail end of summer. I'm not quite sure yet, but it's definitely on my radar. So that is Hypnotic Poison Eau de Parfum from Dior. And next up we have Elixir from Roja Parfums. Now this could change. Basically I've bought the Discovery set from Roja Parfums and I'm trying them all out. Elixir was the first one I tried and I was really very impressed. I think it's a very nice, feminine, girly floral, but with quite a fruity kick from the peach as well. Really interesting fragrance, quite nice and bright for the spring, but there were loads of others in that Discovery set which I found absolutely mesmerising. A lot of them were quite spicy, but funnily enough I actually still liked them. I was actually really surprised to discover how many of Roja Parfums fragrances are kind of spicy. All gorgeous actually, but I need to test them out more and kind of decide. That will definitely be a purchase that I'm saving for like the future. I think the one that I prefer at the moment is probably Elixir, but there are other stunning ones in the line that I am really interested in as well. So basically I suppose Roja Parfums in general are on my radar, but in particular at the moment I will say it's Elixir from the line that I'm most interested in. So there we have it everybody, that is my springtime wish list. Please drop me a comment down below, let me know what you think of these fragrances. I would really appreciate any advice, any opinions you have on these fragrances. As I am trying to decide. I mean, I think I am pretty sure that I'm going to get Libre Intense fairly soon, but all of the other ones I'm not 100% sure as of yet. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If it is your first time here, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Activate the notification bell as well so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Take care guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!